So on Sunday the 11th of August, a funeral was held for Alice de Silva Aguiar. Some people have pointed out the lack of emotion displayed by the family and attendees. I'm not sure you can tell either way, I'll be honest. But I do find it very odd that Reuters, the world's largest news provider, was given open access and allowed to film live at a family funeral. Would you allow the world's largest news provider to film live at your child's funeral less than 2 weeks after your daughter was murdered? Also, leading police officer on the case, Serena Kennedy, did a political speech at the funeral, which I find very, very strange.
You have shown great courage in asking me to be here today to speak, to give a message from you, Alice's family, to say that you do not want there to be any more violence on the streets of the United Kingdom in the name of your daughter. I am ashamed and I'm so sorry that you've had to even consider this in the planning of the funeral of your beautiful daughter, Alice.
Once again though, these oddities and strange goings-on can be explained if it was a staged political event, a hoax. So unless you've been in a box for the last 6 months, you would have noticed the massive promotion of Taylor Swift. And what's the word that they have been bandying about almost daily? Little Swifties. Was this in preparation for Southport? Is it just another case of what is called predictive programming? So predictive programming is a proven technique of showing you information linked to a future event, so you are more likely to accept that information when it happens for real. Some of you may have come across the many predictions the Simpsons have made that have come true. These are a type of predictive programming. There was also, as you can see in the background, 3 cancelled concerts of Taylor Swift in Vienna. But for me, these actions and story are solely to back up the flimsy narrative of Southport. I don't confess to be an expert on Rwandan politics, but I don't believe it's just a coincidence that the UK have an ongoing immigration policy with Rwanda. Labour have just got into power over here and have threatened to rip up this treaty. Was this event in reaction to that? On X, formerly known as Twitter, there was an exchange between columnist Dan Hodges and a member of the House of Lords, Byron Davies, on the 4th of August. In this exchange, Dan Hodges said, "There's no political justification for the disorder we've seen, but if people want to get into the blame game, these are the facts. The Tories are in power for 14 years. Labour have been in power for 4 weeks. Blaming Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper for this is just ridiculous." And Lord Byron Davies replied, "But Labour blocked the Rwanda bill 130 plus times. Of course it's politically justified." What did Byron Davies mean by that quote? Is he suggesting the event was done in reaction to Labour's stance on the Rwanda treaty?